We're working closely with our European partners, including Italy, to ensure fair and reciprocal trade. Now is also the perfect time to expand commerce between the United States and Italy. America's booming economy, setting records in so many categories, creates enormous opportunities for investment.
That was President Trump talking trade after meeting with Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte yesterday. And he heads to Florida later today, is expected to tout strong economic growth at a workforce event and a Make America Great Again rally. Kat, what would you like to hear from the president tonight? Because the trade issue and how strong the economy are they tied together, or are they the opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of saying what his supporters want to hear?
I think that they're definitely a little bit separate. The economy is doing very well right now, but when you talk about trade and tariffs particularly, there's a bit of a risk there when it comes to the economy. And I just think it's very interesting that this is a Republican president. This is a president who says he's conservative, but the conservative point of view has always been more of a free trade point of view, and now President Trump with his America First type of view, that's really more of a Democratic view, or at least it has been in the past.
Well, John, that's the interesting thing, is that he really, this is the strange middle ground where people act like that the Democrats and Republicans, or people who are liberal and conservative, don't meet. But when it comes to getting tough on people who have been cheating us, and I named China, they've been stealing intellectual property from us, forcing the surrender of our own technology. When he's able to talk about that, it does bring different groups of people together, and certainly rallies an interesting voter base, if you will.
Well, you know, what the president did in the 2016 election was take over blue-collar America, basically. You know, he taps into people who feel disaffected by trade in manufacturing towns in particular, and when people see him pushing back on China in those places, it rallies support for him. The question is, what does it do for the rest of the country? You know, when you talk about pushing tariffs through on automobiles, you could be talking about cars that cost you $24,000 instead of $20,000.
But he de-escalated that fight last week, meeting with Jean-Claude Juncker from the European Commission. That seems to at least be on hold. That was arguably the biggest concern for the stock market.
Well, what a lot of people have been arguing to him is that he needs to focus on China and stop going after allies like Canada and Europe. And it's hard to know what his strategy is, but what we might have seen is that pivot taking place next week. And so what I'm waiting to see is what's his next step going to be on the Chinese. There hasn't been any talk for several weeks now. Are they going to get back to talking, or is he going to ratchet things up? And we just don't know where he stands there.
Well, let's talk about China. China, as John pointed out, we have a lot more leverage in terms of the amount. We buy more than $500 billion worth of goods from China every year. They buy about $130 billion from the United States. China is already feeling the effects of tariffs. Economic growth is beginning to slow due to lower demand for domestic goods. Here's Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on solidifying the U.S.'s economic position overseas.
The Trump administration is committed to expanding our economic engagement in the Indo-Pacific region. We seek to capitalize on opportunities in accordance with the principles of freedom and openness. Every nation and business can have confidence that the United States will continue to create the conditions for mutual prosperity in a free and open Indo-Pacific. President Trump will strike while the iron is hot because there are clear economic benefits at hand for the American people. We seek to work with anyone to promote a free and open Indo-Pacific, so long as that cooperation adheres to the highest standards that our citizens demand.
Lindsay, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, see, I think this is where the Trump administration is showing that they really do want open and free trade across the globe, and especially within the Asian market. And with China in particular, these tariffs are the Trump administration's way of getting China to the table to maybe negotiate better trade deals and address the theft of intellectual property and technology. The question is, though, is it going to when are they going to come to the table for us to begin the negotiations?
But I'm going to take issue with that, because the very first thing that President Trump did after his inauguration was pull the U.S. out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership. So it's kind of hard to listen to the Secretary of State talking about, you know, the U.S. being open to trade with the Pacific when it pulled out of the TPP, which was supposed to tighten our trade alliances with the non-Chinese countries in the Pacific.
Right or wrong, though, he's been exceedingly focused on doing what he said on the campaign trail. He's been focused on, if I said it, I'm going to do it, and that's why you see this fixation.
But that
on the
just doesn't
border
line
wall.
up with what Pompeo said. You know,
But-
he is following through on what he said he was going to do on the campaign trail, but that means actually pushing some
He's
of our
been all
allies
over
in
the
wrong
place on
direction.
certain issues, foreign policies, things like that. But when it comes to this America First idea, he's been very consistent the entire time.
He has.